the apocalypse. Oh yes, it's the apocalypse that you've all been dreaming of. The one that you've all been courting. The one that you've voted for. The one that you've wanted for so long. The one that you've fantasized about. Written novels about. Made movies about. It's finally here. You thought we'd be kings of the world. Instead, we're squatting in hovels, scraping for scraps, looking for deliverance. And the fact of the matter is, there isn't any out there. Let me explain some things. After the burning of LA, New York, Chicago, and actually all of our major cities all over the world. I hear Brazil is nice, but they were nowhere near it as advanced in some areas as we are, or were here in America, but they're doing all right. They're faring well. But us, no, not us. It's only been a few months, and the bodies of the world are still smoldering. The fires are still burning. We courted war. We fought against one another. We fought against our own family members. And now the world's population has been severely reduced. I'm surprised some of America's enemies haven't attacked yet. But they're experiencing the same thing. You see, all this time we've been fighting, but we've been fighting the wrong people. We've been fighting each other. Who knew that the enemy, the real enemy, was out there? Of course, there were certain factions in the government who knew. According to the crazy lady that I met, she knew. She worked for one such agency. I guess they found an alien aircraft and they worked on it and took it apart and made it all seem like it was just nothing. Military exercise gone bad. But then the reports started coming in worldwide about alien aircrafts. And naturally, the official news agencies would not report on it. And if they did, it was a small article in the back of the paper. It was something filed under conspiracy theorists. And in today's society, or yesterday's society, conspiracy theorists came to be known as kooks, crazies, people who don't know what they're talking about. Well, as I think about the word conspiracy in theory, a conspiracy really is something that everybody knows. Well, everybody doesn't know it, but there's bits and pieces of information to support that a certain something went one way, but when in reality it went another way. But because there is enough evidence to support that it went the other way, it's considered just a theory or a conspiracy theory. Like, everybody knows that there was a second shooter on the grassy knoll on the day that John F. Kennedy was murdered. But for years it's been reported that Lee Harvey Oswald was the shooter, and he was a Marine, and he shot the president from a distance of 500 yards. Well, I was a Marine, and I was an expert, and I have shot targets from 500 feet, 500 yards away, and hit them. But a moving target, like the president, wow. It's kind of crazy to think that he was good enough to not only hit the president once, but to shoot him a second time with the type of rifle that he had, which is a bolt-action rifle. And you have to sight in, and then he had to reload the chamber, and then sight in again on a vehicle that's moving, a vehicle that's 500, maybe more, yards away. It's an impossible shot. It's an improbable shot. And so, the idea of the second shooter fell into the realm of conspiracy theory because whoever was doing the big cover-up didn't want certain parties to be found out. And now we're stuck with the conspiracy theory. But that theory has nothing to do with what happened at Roswell. Right now, our world is in shambles. Right now, there were parties of people roving around, salvaging, trying to get what's necessary to keep themselves and their family or their parties alive. And anybody that gets in their way, well, they've become a law unto themselves. They make the law. They do that which is right in their own eyes. It used to be you could call the police, and the police would come and deal with the situation. There are no police now. Well, I was just outside of Chicago before the attacks happened. I had just made it out of town. I was driving my car, and all of a sudden, what was a cloudy sky started to glow. The sky started to glow, and it got brighter and brighter. And as I drove away, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I looked in the sky, I saw this bright light. And then the explosion. It's just a deafening explosion. I almost lost control of my car and wrecked. And that was the start of it. The news reports came in almost immediately about the strike that happened on Chicago. And as I continued to drive, the reports got worse and worse. I tried to call, but my cell phone was dead. My cell phone was literally dead. There was no charging it back up. There was no getting it to work again. It was just dead. I managed, however, to find a place where I found a phone, and found is a stretch of a word. I salvaged the phone. The gas station was abandoned. I guess people had raided it for food and whatnot. When I went in, I found the store clerk trapped in the back. I went in and I helped her, and I gave her medical attention with my limited knowledge of medicine, and patched up her wounds. She had been attacked and she had barricaded herself in the back. I helped her reach her family in St. Louis. Whatever food, whatever stuffs that were locked in the back with her, we took with us. And one of those things included a cell phone. It was an iPhone, brand new. The guy left it. It was off during the attack, so it wasn't affected by whatever caused the other cell phones to die. I want to say an electromagnetic pulse, but that can't be because my car kept working. These other people that attacked us, they knew what they were doing. They had the technology and they had the might to shut us down. Once I got into Jackson, Mississippi, I was able to go into a Walmart. Of course, I had to break in. There was no security. There was next to no resistance. There were some people in there, but I was armed, so they didn't fight me. I just let them know, hey, I just want to get some stuff and go. I got this camera because I wanted to document this. I wanted to leave something for someone to find so that they'll know what happened. And if that is you and you're watching this, I want you to know it's our fault. We ruined it. We ruined our home in this universe. And we can't go back. We can only move forward. If you're alive and you're watching this, I want you to know that I don't hate you. I'm not mad with mankind. It was bound to happen. We got too big for our britches. And when a person gets too big for their britches, something is bound to happen. Before a fall comes a proud and haughty spirit. It happens. So, it happened to us. We're living proof. I may not live to tell the tale, but perhaps this video will. I bid you Godspeed and good luck on whatever future you create. Just don't recreate our past.